Yeah, lots of good memories of a player, certainly down here. And I think just looking through to the main bar there was the night that we won the cup final at Murrayfield, and coming back in here and all the supporters in the club, and it was such a great night and such a great day for the club. And I think that season with Gala was really successful. I think we won Melrose Sevens, we got promoted to the Premiership or Division 1 I think it was then, and we won the cup final. So great memories at Gala, played in that team with some great players as well.
And of course down here with the board of Reivers.
That's right, yeah, a different team, and we had lots of good nights down here as well. And I think back to the point, we played some good players in that Borders team as well. It's just a shame that the Borders team didn't continue.
Well, of course you could only play so long, and then you have to find something else to do, and you're always going to get your rugby fix, and it was coaching, and you've done pretty well, haven't you? Give us your little rundown of what you've been up to.
Yeah, I think I made an early decision when I was still playing with the Borders, as you mentioned there, to go in the coaching route. And at that point I was coaching Selkirk. That was my first gig. I was across at Selkirk helping them, and Selkirk was a great club. I think there were some great people there with Cassidy and Dennis Henderson and John Rutherford and John Smale. I really enjoyed my time there, and they set me off in a good way to my coaching career, because they're a very, very welcoming club, and I enjoyed my time there. Then I moved into academy with Scottish Rugby, done some stuff with the academy, some skills coaching stuff. Then moved into helping Andy Robinson with the national team, assisting him for a period as well. Then made a decision to go to the Premiership to Sale Sharks, and that was really my first sort of big job as a young coach, and it was a really challenging job. And I was there for 2.5 years, but it really did cut my teeth for my career there, and really enjoyed it. It was tough going because every point in the Premiership means everything. So then I had an opportunity to come back in to work with the national team with Scott Johnston and Dean Ryan at that point, and came back and assisted them, which we had a successful Six Nations. We finished third then, so I really enjoyed that time. Then the opportunity came when Michael Bradley and Neil Back left Edinburgh. I moved in there to be assistant for a year, and we had great success through that as well. You know what I mean? We won the 1872 Cup numerous times. We got to Challenge Cup final, the Challenge Cup final it was called then, working with Alan Solomons. So again, that came to an end, and then made a decision to have a wee break from rugby for a few months, and then opportunity come to go to America, and so I thought, yeah, I'll try something different. Headed to America and worked with one of the MLR teams in Utah, and the league was just starting off, but I must say now, watching the competition, the league is certainly growing, and the games are improving, the players are improving, the American players are bringing in good foreign players. So that was a different experience, but it was 7 months away from home, 8 months away from home, which is quite tough when you got young boys. So I made a decision to come back, and then had another decision what I was going to do. Spent a bit of time in London Scottish. It was easier for travel wise. Then back to working with Andy Robinson. He made a connection with me, wondering if I wanted to go to Romania. So that's where I'm currently at the moment. I'm with the national team in Romania, and we had a good qualification period of one, because it's done over 2 years, and then we had a good performance against Argentina just 2-3 weeks ago, and we're disappointed that the Scotland game didn't go ahead. But that's pretty much where I've been over the last 10 years, I think.
You hardly drew breath there. That was quite an impressive list.
Yeah,
what was your favourite time out of all so far?
To be honest, I enjoyed working in a national team. I enjoyed some good results with Scotland. I think one that stands out was a result when we beat Ireland across in Croke Park. I think it was a
memorable match.
Yeah, so I think Dan Parks kicked that conversion of the penalty to win that game, and yeah, that was one that stood out in the international scene. I think in the club scene, I mean, as I spoke about Gala, I've got loads of good memories down here of that year. We had a great successful year, and then as a player, probably my first cap against New Zealand was across in New Zealand was really special. But I think I've been lucky. You know, I mean, I feel I've been lucky because I've played rugby in the amateur year, and I was lucky enough to play in the professional year. And I feel that I've got great memories from amateur days and great from the professional days as a player and a coach.
How do you actually get on with like the language barrier and things like that?
Yeah, I think everybody asks me that. I think I have an interpreter with me all the time. So,
right.
So every session we do, somebody translates our language for us. A lot of the players play in France as well, so their English is quite good. The Romanians' English is not so bad as well. I think my Romanian is terrible. So, but as a coach, I think it makes, what I've noticed coaching there, it makes me think a lot more about my coaching and what to say. I think you need to say, be really direct and detailed in what you say. I think if you say too much, it will get lost in translation. So
keep it simple.
Yeah, keep it simple, and I think it's been good for me, and it certainly helped me as a coach just to really focus on the delivery and what is key to get across. But nah, they're very, very good across there, and they're very keen to improve, and they want to get better.
And another generation of Scots coming along, and how are you boys doing?
Yeah, they're really well. I think like any other kids over the last year, it's been really challenging for them. The lack of sport, and certainly the lack of rugby. I think they're just all looking forward to getting back and playing some games. I think all kids will be the same, and hopefully fingers crossed that it's heading that right direction. They both play football and rugby. I think the oldest one now just concentrates on the rugby, but I think both sports are good for each other. They'll find where they want to go.
Brilliant. Well, I mean, there's plenty of ambition left in you yet, so but at the moment, Romania is your key.
Yeah, I think the challenge and the focus for me at the moment is to get Romania qualification for the World Cup. We, as I say, the qualification is done over 2 years. We're sitting second in the table, or third in the table at the moment. We still got Netherlands to play to finish off this season's campaign. Then we do a full another circuit of it next year, either play the team home or away, depending on what happened this year. And then hopefully we finish in the top 2, we go automatic qualification to the World Cup. And it'll be quite exciting. I mean, Georgia are the best team in the competition. If we finish second, that would put us in the same pool as Scotland. So that would be really, really, really good for us.
That would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I'd enjoy that. Well, just finally, we wish you obviously the best of luck with Romania. What does Borders Rugby mean to you? You've played it, you've coached it.
Everything. I think Borders Rugby is where I grew up playing, and I'm not just saying that. I mean, I was lucky enough to play at Melrose as well, and a great team back then, and with some great coaches, Jim Telfer, and I always look back at it and think they were the days that set me as a person. And I think I've always looked back at my time as playing rugby in the Borders, and it's been really a really exciting and great time when we played rugby here. And I think every time I look at squads, no matter what squads they are, under 15, 16, 18s, 20s, the first thing I look for is how many Borders players are in these squads. And I think it's really important that we keep pushing these Borders players, because we've got loads of great kids down here. There's been loads of great international players. I've got 2 current lines from Hoyk at the moment, which is unbelievable, you know what I mean?
So from the same school as well.
From the same school. And there's some great talent down here, and I just hopefully we can keep pushing these Border kids through, because as I say, there's loads of talent here.